Hi everyone! Hello! How's everyone doing today? Happy Saturday! Hi Karambit, congrats on getting first. Hi Beanie, congrats on getting second. Hi! Oh my gosh, Karambit, congrats on your 10 stream watch streak. Nice! That's great! How are you guys doing today? I hope your Saturdays have been treating you well. We're doing a just chatting stream today, so we'll get to do a lot of yapping. Yay! I'm doing good. Need to drink some water, but I think as long as I stay hydrated, I think we'll be okay today. I'm in a hotel room since the truck has been broke down. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Oh my goodness. I hope we can get fixed soon. Hi Nari! Welcome in. How are you doing today, lovely? Can you kidnap me sooner? I wish! Oh yeah, how was Super Battle Golf yesterday? I was lurking in that. It looked very chaotic. Is it made by the same people that make Peak? Because they look similar, but I'm not sure if that means they're made by the same people or not. Yo, I did something to mess up my wrist. It hurts. I don't know what I did. Not sure? Okay. Cool. I look in. Different people. I guess it just looks kind of how the character designs look similar to me. I think it's different people. You're gaming too hard. I know. Oh, that must be it. I'm such a pro gamer. I've damaged my wrist. It was fun. I had to play a little bit of Dandy's World after stream yesterday, which is fun, and then we did some Final Fantasy during stream. And I've been playing League lately. Just, I don't know what's gotten into me. Luckily we're not playing anything today, so hopefully my wrist can rest. You guys will get to see my cute little custom cursor, like mouse cursor today. Very cute. Well, not custom, but it's just like I got one of the little ones I saw. Mine is a little Raphael one, and it's so cute. Today we'll be doing a chill stream. It'll be chill. We'll be reading some fan fiction. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Just out of all the incentives I had for my birthday, this is the one I was the most nervous about. Because I'm worried I'm gonna be really embarrassed. But it should be fun. Hopefully. What else? Things have been pretty chill over here. We've, I mean, other than us being sick, Theo is sick, and then I may be sick. I don't know. I'm still not totally sure, to be honest. And then... oh, I've been thinking about what pet we should get next. I know for sure I want a cat, but I'm debating if when we get a cat, if we should get 2 cats, or if we should get a cat and a dog. That's what I've been debating between right now, recently. This is gonna be our first pets we're picking out together as a couple too, so it's a big deal. All our other pets were like from before we were together. Or like one of us got it. So this is our first time picking some out as a couple. So it's exciting, but I'm trying to decide what we want to do. Part of me thinks 2 cats would be good, because then we could just get 2 kittens, possibly from like the same litter, and that's pretty easy to do. And I'm good with cats, but I don't know, I feel like recently I've been like ping-ponging in my head the idea of getting a dog, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't know. Zio with an Aussie? It would not be an Aussie. He does love Aussies though. They're his favorite. I'm thinking we would probably do a smaller dog, 1 because we live in an apartment, but 2, I'm also not very good with like medium to large dogs. So I was like, if we got a small dog, I feel like I could do that. I don't know. I've been debating. I've been like recently that's been a thought that's been in my head. I'm like, oh well, that could be fun. I haven't had a dog in a while. We had a couple dogs growing up, but I don't think I've really had a dog in my like adult life. Not really. Other than Zio's Nana's dogs that we lived with temporarily. But I was like, I don't know, I thought it could be fun, it could be interesting. It might be good for me because it'll get me out of the house. Having to take them on walks and stuff. But I don't know. I'm going back and forth on it, so that's what I've been debating about. All this, like, all last night and this morning, I've been, like, really debating the idea. And I've been, like, researching a bunch of stuff about it. But I'm still, like, I think I'm still on the fence. I think I'm still, like, researching and deciding and stuff. And then we'd have to decide on, like, breeds. Things like that. I did bring it with Zio. Zio does like dogs a lot. He's a dog person. Ironic, because he's a cat boy. Even though he gives off dog energy, he definitely loves dogs. He does like cats a lot too, though, to be fair. He likes animals. But he definitely loves dogs. So I did bring it up. He was like, you realize if we got a dog, you would have to, like, actually put all your, like, plushies up where they can't get to them. And we'd have to, like, dog-proof the house. And I'm like, I know that. I'm aware. I could do that. Because, like, right now I've got, like, bookshelves and stuff, and I've got, like, plushies and displays and stuff on them. And they're pretty low to the ground, so... Something we were talking about. Really, I don't know, thinking about it. You also have to train them, yeah. You have to train them, you gotta house train, you gotta walk. Crate train, there are a lot of different trainings you gotta do. Yeah, I don't know. I am debating. I think it could be fun. It would be different. I haven't had a dog. Like, again, I haven't personally owned a dog in a while, but I feel like I could be good with it. I'm good with animals. Stuff. They're definitely more high maintenance than cats are, but I don't know. I've been debating. I feel like it could be good experience, you know? Smaller dogs are full of anger. Not all of them. I just can't do big dogs. Well, one, because I have a slight fear of dogs, especially like with what are we reading today? How to train. Oh my gosh. But like seriously, like I don't know. I like dogs, and I even like some bigger breeds of dogs, but I feel like they scare me more. Like the big barks scare me, and I don't like it when they jump on you because they're so big. It just intimidates me a lot. So I'm like, I feel like I would do better with training a smaller dog. And I feel like if the dog is roughly cat-sized, I'm like, I feel like I could handle that better. I just need like a roughly cat-sized lap dog. That's what I need, I think. Like one that's not a super high energy dog and isn't super barky, but is like pretty cuddly and something like that. So you don't like Ozzy? I don't dislike Ozzy. I would get along with your dog. I can be around big dogs. I've gotten older. It's just like as a kid, I was terrified of big dogs because they genuinely scared me. I've gotten better with it. I've pet sit big dogs before. So I can handle big dogs now. It's just like, I've got that tiny fear in me from when I was a child still. He's a cuddler? That's good. I mean, like, and also, well-behaved big dogs don't freak me out, but, like, a lot of people don't, like, train their dogs properly, and then they, like, jump, and, like, that's when it gets a little scary. I just don't like it when dogs bark at you directly, or if they, like, jump on you a bunch. Especially if they're bigger. Then I'm like, that kind of stresses me out a little bit. But I can handle it. I like dogs. Like we've had family friends who have some bigger dogs, and then Zio's Nana, she had 2 medium-sized dogs. And I love them both. I love them. I treat them really good. I used to buy them fancy dog treats all the time. I buy them like dog cookies and stuff. Wow, you're the cat for sure. Yeah. But like, I just like, I like them. It's just like, bigger ones do scare me. That's why I was like, I don't think I could do that. Also, I know a lot of bigger dogs drool more, and I can't deal with drooling a lot. Also aches me. I've had some bad experiences with big dogs as a kid. That I think has ruined it for me. Although, I say that, you know, Zio's Nana, her new dog that she just got, is a big dog. He's a puppy right now, so he's like small, well, he's like medium-sized. But he's gonna grow into like a huge dog. He's like one of those really big ones. Not a Malamute, but another one of those like really big, white, fluffy dogs. So, I'm gonna have to get over that fear. But she's been sending us photos. Great Pyrenees! Yeah, that's it! That's the one! That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. That's what it is. It's a Great Pyrenees. They're huge! Ow. Cute. But it's like a puppy, but it's already so big. I was like, this is gonna be a huge dog once it's older. Freaking massive. Just more to love. And to be fair, I do like a lot of big dog breeds again. Like, I think they're very cute. And I like to pet them. They just also terrify me. It's a very complex feeling I have towards big dogs. I don't hate them. I just, like, part of me's scared of them. But I do like them. It's very complex. Yeah, that's something we're debating on right now. I've been thinking about that. So we'll see, we'll see. Even labs? I don't know. It really depends. Because I'll say, if it's a big dog, but they don't bark, like, if they don't, like, bark too much, like, I know all dogs bark, but, like, if they don't bark, like, too much at, like, especially when you're, like, coming into the house, if they're not barking at you a whole lot, or if they're not jumping on you. Like, if they're well-behaved, then I can usually deal with them a lot better. It's just when they're not super well-behaved, then it gets a little scary. If that makes sense, I don't know. Because I think the dogs we had growing up, they were both, well, I would say like 2 of them were medium, and 1 was a larger dog. She was like a, some type of German Shepherd mix. She was not fluffy, so she had a lot of short-haired dogs in her too, but she was a pretty big dog we had when I was in high school. And I was able to deal with that, but she also wasn't super jumpy or anything. She was like super sweet. So I was okay with dealing with that. It's just like when they're really big and they still jump, because there's a dog I used to pet sit for, and he was a big old dog. They got him as a puppy. Because one of their dogs had passed away, so they had 2 dogs that I used to pet sit for. Then one of them passed away, so then they got a puppy. And then I would pet sit for the new dog and the old dog. And then the new dog ended up being a really big dog. And that dog would jump on you, and when this dog would jump on me, because I'm short, the dog would jump on me, and the dog was taller than I was! And I was like, oh dear lord! And that did scare me a little bit, but I pushed through. I was a good dog sitter, I took good care of it. He was very scary though. That's how you set boundaries. I agree. I agree. And that's why I think I wouldn't mind training a dog, because it's like, I want to have a good, well-behaved dog. I don't want to have a dog that people are like, this dog is mean and scary. But definitely interesting. Yeah, something I'm thinking about, I'm still on the fence about it. I need to research it more. And then we'd have to look into like breeds and where we'd want to get it and stuff like that, so I don't know. But something I'm debating. I think if we did get a dog though, we'd probably have to have the dog for like a few months to a year before we got a cat as well, because I would want to make sure that the dog's like well trained and like I'm comfortable taking care of a dog before I add another cat into it as well. And then with the cat, it can just be a random kitten. It doesn't really matter. I don't know, that's the idea. We would see. You expose the dogs to cats as a pup? Yeah. Well, I think I would either get a dog that's like maybe not a puppy, but it's a dog that's already been socialized with other cats and dogs. Or if I did get a puppy, maybe I'd get a cat at the same time, because then they would just grow up together and they'd be on like equal playing field. But you can't get the cat first because, yeah, the cats, if they get too old without being around the dog, you risk the cat like hating it and getting really territorial, which I don't want to risk doing. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of like how I think. So that's what I was thinking, like, we'd either get the dog first or we'd get the similar times. I think it would just depend on a few things, honestly. Because again, I'm pretty good with cats, so I don't think it'd be too hard. Because I already am kind of like used to the maintenance of cats. It's just I don't know how much extra, like how long it would take to adjust to having a dog too. I'm like, if I got one that was already socialized with cats and dogs, I feel like it might be better. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. That's what I've been brainstorming. It would definitely be easier for me to just get 2 cats. That would definitely be a lot easier, because then I could just pick 2 out and bring them home, and it'd be a smooth process. Or as smooth as, like, kittens can be, because kittens are kind of crazy. You can get an older dog from the shelter. Yeah, that is something I was thinking, is either getting like an older dog from either a shelter or a rescue, potentially. Because then the trading wouldn't be as intense, and they might already be socialized with other animals, which would be helpful. So definitely something I've been considering, yeah. I've never owned a puppy, so I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to do a puppy or not. I'm not opposed to it, though. I would have to think about it more, because then that's more in-depth training, because then you're having to really teach them everything. I'd have to see, though. I don't know. I'm really on the fence. I'm really debating right now. I don't know. Because it's gonna go one of 2 ways. Either we're gonna get a cat and a dog, or we're gonna get 2 cats. Puppy is like having a baby, to be honest. Yeah. That's what I've heard, is it's like having like a baby or a toddler. Which I'm not totally opposed to. I do work from home, so I'm like, I feel like I have a lot of time that I could devote to it during work. If I needed to. I don't know. I don't know. Husky is like having a puppy permanently. Yeah, definitely not a husky. Definitely not doing a husky. They are too much energy. That's the other thing too, is if I got a bigger dog, I have to be more careful about if they're like have a high like prey drive or whatever it's called, like if they're prey dogs or not. Because if they're bigger and they've got a high prey drive, then like they're more likely to not get along with the cat. Well, the fur maintenance, yeah, that too. Yeah, I feel like probably shorter hair would be better, no, for a dog, because then the maintenance isn't as bad with all the floof. Then again, I'm used to having fur and hair everywhere, so I don't know, I'm not too picky about that. I do think huskies are quite cute. Alright. Let me see. We have some fan fiction we're gonna read today, guys. Most of this is fan fiction that I read in middle school and high school. I thought it'd be fun to choose some of those to read for the incentive. And some of them are probably gonna be kind of cringy, but I think that could be fun. But we would need to decide what fandoms we want to do, because I've got like a bunch of different fandoms in here, so it's just deciding which ones we want to try finding. Could be fun. If you guys want to start brainstorming which ones you think are interesting, or we could do a poll later. I might wait a bit longer until more people are here, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Hi, Kitty! Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? It's been 8 years and I'm still finding it. That's crazy. I believe it though, huskies are like, they've got so much hair. Hi Kitty, welcome in. We were talking about how I'm debating possibly getting a dog and a cat. But how are you doing today, lovely? I'm so excited for WeepCon. I'm so excited. Pets are always nice, yeah. Just trying to decide what I want to do for pets. I'm good. Super excited for WeepCon as well. Yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like I just cleaned and there's fur everywhere again. Yeah. I feel like when you own pets, there's always going to be fur everywhere, though. There's not too much you can do about it. As I stare at my cat who's under my feet. Oh my goodness, under my desk at my feet. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to decide, is just what I want to do now. Because for the longest time, I couldn't even think about what other animals I really wanted. Because, Ella didn't like any animals. She did not get along with other animals. They stressed her out to, like, the point where, like, she, like, had actual anxiety. Like, they would literally stress her out so much that she would, like, start ripping out her own fur. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna stress her out. But now that she's gone, and now it's like, I said free, like, it's a free world. We could literally do, like, whatever. And now I'm like, I have so many options. But now I'm like, I want to make sure I'm making a good choice, because I don't want to, like, and that's why I'm thinking about getting a dog, is because I'm like, I don't want it to be a situation again where I get 2 cats, right? And they get along, and then I want a dog later on, and then it's going to be hard to get, and then maybe I can't because the 2 cats I got don't like other animals. You know, or something like that. So that's why I was trying to think about it now. And like how I'd want to do that. I'm not sure. I just feel like if I was gonna get a dog, now would be the time to get a dog. Otherwise it might not be another like 10 years until I get one. I don't know. But I don't know, maybe me and Zio are just destined to be cat people forever. Oh, my throat feels all scratchy. I don't like it. Freaking Zio. Getting me sick. I think adding a cat to a dog-cat home is easier. I agree. I agree. That's my other thought process is like if I ever wanted another cat later on, I feel like if I at least got one now, I just feel like it's gonna make everything so much easier. Like that's why I'm heavily considering it, because I'm like, if I was gonna get a dog, I feel like now's the time to do it when I don't have any cats, because then I have time to work on their training and stuff. Dogs, I think, are easier to get adapted to cats, especially if I get one that already has experience being socialized with cats. The kittens are pretty malleable, right? So if you add a kitten into the mix, if you raise a dog and a cat together, the cat tends to be more chill and will act more dog-like, which means if you add another cat later on, the dog is already used to cats, and then you've got a cat that's already used to sharing space with another animal, and then so I feel like it's easier to add extra pets later down the road. So that was kind of my thought process. But otherwise, it's like if I got 2 cats now, I could get another cat later. We could just be a solidly cat household. But I don't know. Because over the years, I have gone back and forth on if I wanted a dog or not, but I've never been able to seriously consider it because I knew I was like, well, Ella doesn't like other animals. Come cuddle, I have a human blanket up. Oh my goodness. A cat used to another animal getting all up in his girl? Yup. Yup. And to be fair, when I was in high school, my dad got us 2 pets, and we got a dog and a cat together, and they were raised together. And they got along quite well because we got them at the same time, and I guess we just got kind of lucky, but they got along like really well. And she was a big dog. She was like a huge dog, and he was a little orange tabby, and I think he thought he was a dog. I think he thought that the dog was his mom and that she was just a really big version of him. And so they got along like really great, and it was really cute. So I think that could be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really on the fence. Part of me really wants to get a dog, I think. But I don't think I would be considering it as much if I wasn't interested. Just on the fence. I'm an overthinker. I like to research things a lot before I make decisions. So that's what I've been up to. I think it could be fun, and I do know that Zio does like dogs, so he might be happy to have a dog. I feel like that might be happy. Just gotta get it figured out. Let me look. They pulled up and stuff for us. There's some. I do think something that's very interesting is that I have not used this fanfiction account since I was in high school, but some of them are still getting updated to this day. Like, some of the fanfics I saved, like, way back when, are still getting updated. Which I think is crazy. I think maybe going through different fandoms could be fun. We're gonna have to read some creepypasta ones at some point though, because I feel like that's very iconic to who I was in middle school and high school, but plus we played the Bloody Painter game, so I feel like it's only fitting if we go full circle. But for the other ones, not sure which one to do. Got a lot of options. Oh, good. I'm so nervous. Worried they're gonna be cringy. Are you familiar with Stairs in the Woods? I don't think so. I used to read a lot of the creepypastas, so I might have read it. It's hard to say though, because I read so many back in the day. Hi Sorok, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? It's more of a genre than title, I think. Okay. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely possible. It's hard to remember all the ones I like, things I read and interacted with back in the day with creepypastas, because I read so freaking many of them. How are you doing today, Solrock? Does the creepypasta website even exist anymore? It does! Wow, it's still up. Maybe we could read some creepypastas too, that'd be fun. Doing good, how about you? I'm doing pretty good, other than the fact I'm like slightly sick. But other than that, I'm doing great. Yeah, gotta love Hero Brian's in here. Oh my. This really brings me back. I remember the creepypasta website getting blocked on school Wi-Fi as a kid after the Slenderman stabbings. When I was in middle school. Dang. Oh, also, something I should denote about the fanfiction. I'm fairly certain all the fanfiction I read during this time period were all ex-reader fanfiction, because I am an Otome girl at heart. I want to date anime men. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all ex-reader. I don't think I ever was really reading it for couples that I liked. I was always like, no, I like this couple, but for me. As far as genres go, let me see. What are we working with here? There's so many. I'll likely dip out for a bit and come back later. Yeah, that's fine. for stopping by. Have a great stream, thank you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what are we working with here? We've got some of the different fandoms we've got. We've got a lot of Hetalia, because I was in the Hetalia fandom for a good chunk of time. We've got, let's see. We've got Vocaloid, we've got, I think there's Future Diary, there's Black Butler. Miku City Actors or Carriage Project. Vampire Knight. I know there's Diabolic Lovers in here too. Let's see. Creepypasta. More City Actors, more Black Butler. There's also a bunch of one-shots, which one-shots I think are probably going to be our best bet, since those are shorter. There's more Vocaloid. All cover. We got some Soul Eater. More Vocaloid, more Creepypasta, more Hetalia. So many of them. So many. Okay. Vampire Knight. Oron? High School Host Club? There's Future Diary. Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff, honestly. Oh, there's one fairy tale one. I had a very short fairy tale phase. And I did not get very far into the series before I gave up. Oh, Free. That was another one I really liked, was Free, the Iwatobi Swim Club. We've got... just a bunch of stuff, honestly. The best bet to find, like, fun one. Also some random quizzes thrown in here as well. no. See. For sure. Dear Lord, okay. That one's inside, I guess. Side too. I don't use any really. So they are one shot. I'll add them for possible list of stuff to read. Really don't know how to pick this. I wonder if I should just do like random numbers. But I also don't know how I'm gonna read these. I feel like they're going to make me very what the heck? Okay. Okay. this, figure out what we're defense boy. Interesting. The thing is, so like I'm going through like actual ones I read when I was actually in middle school, and so I primarily, fun fact, read most of my fan fiction and back in the day on Quota, which hashtag Quota, best website. It has quizzes and fan fiction and everything you could ever want. It's also where the official Omegaverse quiz is. So it's a great website. Love to see it. That's where I used to read most of my fanfiction. So I'm trying to go through some of the ones that I actually read back in the day and find some ones that are short enough we can read. But I'm not gonna lie, most of these were probably also written by middle schoolers and high schoolers. I think AO3 might have more adult authors on there. Which maybe we could do some AO3, we could do some more modern fanfictions as well. Let's see. Screen keeps flashing. Worried might cause some issues for this, but we'll try our best. Good. Okay. Yeah. I think some of them... I don't want to bash any of the writers. They all did better than I could do. And better than I did do, so, you know. But some of it is a little... weird. But hey. They weren't doing that bad because I liked it at a time. And so did a bunch of other girls. Let's see. Some of them have it like one-shots broken up into chapters, so I'm trying to see if they have any that be good for us to read. Honestly, sometimes I wish I was a better writer, because then I could write fanfiction, which as of right now, I can't do. I'm not a good writer. Any specific fandom? I'm trying to decide which of my fandoms I'm going to pick one from. I've got a bunch from when I was in middle school I'm trying to look through right now. So it's picking out one would help. Oh gosh, okay. Right now I'm just kind of skimming to see if these might be good. Ooh. The fandoms I wonder if I should just steer clear of just to be safe. What's this one? Is this one alright? Not too bad. Oh, hi, welcome in Stellar Moss. I hope you're doing good. Happy Saturday. Okay, some of these I'm realizing if I was gonna read them, I feel like I would have to give context. I don't know. I don't know. I can do the quotes. Oh gosh, okay, wait. Some of these I'm trying to skim to like be like, oh, can we do this one? And just skimming them is making me quite red. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, I found some for On High School Host Club where they're taking care of you when you're sick. Which could be fun because I am slightly sick right now. That could be a fun one. Okay, I'll keep this one open though, that'll be a possible one we could do. One has a bunch of shots. I really do think one-shots are gonna be our best bet here. I think, in my opinion. Because they're short. They're not too long. Oh, some of the ones I had saved. Freaking long. Freaking super long. Crazy. Okay. Dude, my screen, why does it keep f***ing at that? you have any fandom ones that you like, Stella? Filler? Feller? I can... What? We gotta read some Diabolic Lover ones at least, I feel like. It's only fitting. It's like, I think the only Atome one I have in here from back in the day. Oh gosh. Oh my... I haven't read fanfic in years until I started reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Previously it was FNAF and Dragon Ball. Real. Real. I used to devour, actually. I used to, like, go through so much fanfiction when I was in, like, middle school and high school. And then I kind of dropped off of it. Probably, like, senior year of high school, I stopped really reading it anymore. And then I started picking it back up again in like my last few years of college. Surprisingly, it was Stardew Valley fanfiction. And I've kind of gotten back into it again, to an extent. I'll read it sometimes. Not as much as I used to read it. But I can relate to that. I think I used to. I read a couple FNAF fanfics back in my day. That isn't surprising at all about the Stardew. I was reading Sad Chicken Man fanfiction. I was playing Stardew Valley. I was getting back into it again when I was in college, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if there's fanfiction for the guys, and there was, and I read like a bunch of really depressing Shane from Stardew Valley fanfiction, and then I also read some Elliot fanfiction. I read one where Elliot was a merman. That one was good. I'll have to find that. We'll have to go on AO3 at some point to check out some of those ones as well. But I gotta do my penance and read some ones from when I was younger that I was into. Again, not making fun of the authors. They did great. It's not on them. It's not on them. It's just middle school fanfic tends to be cringy. We all, you know. We do our best, but that's just what it is. Also, there was one I read. I wonder if I could find it. There was like a, back in the day when the term crack ship still existed, which was like a funny, not real ship that people liked. There was one for Mika City Actors, which was one of the main characters, and a can of Coca-Cola, and I remember reading that. I think that one was on Wattpad, though. I'd have to track that one down. But I do remember vividly reading that. Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh, I bet we could also find some good Love and Deep Space fanfiction if we looked. But I'm kind of concerned that most Love and Deep Space fanfiction is not gonna be PG-13. I fear. Thank you so much for the follow, Stellar Boss! I hope you enjoy your stay. Congrats on becoming a mouseling, squeak squeak. Alright, let's see, what other ones on here? Sorry, I'm trying to, like, get some pulled for us before we dive in. Trying to get this a little prepped. We're gonna have to read some vampire one. We're gonna have to read My Boys. Which is funny, because all the fanfiction I'm pretty sure that I read for the Diabolic Lovers was back when I had only seen the anime, because I couldn't play the game because the game's never been localized to English. And so it's all based on just the anime. And even with just it being based on that, I'm pretty sure most of the fanfics are not going to be canon compliant just because the boys are that unhinged. It would be really hard to write good fanfiction with how unhinged they are. Dude, this one has Kingdom Hearts fanfiction. I'm pretty sure some of these are Hearts characters' names. Are they not? What the heck? I bet you can find a lot of stuff on Lads. Still need to play that though. Oh my gosh, yeah! I'll totally get you into Lads. I play it so much. Yes, yes. Get into Love and Deep Space. Join me. My cursor actually when we switch screens is Raphael. My beautiful fish husband. Is this a character? Is he even a prominent character in that game? Hold on, wait. Crazy. Wild. Okay. Cool, cool. One of them is fanfiction for the main antagonist of Pokemon Black and White, which is the only Pokemon game I've played. Oh my gosh, Doctor Who fanfiction! Wait, we gotta throw one of these in here, wait. 10th Doctor, yes please. I did read Doctor Who fanfiction. I did do that. I don't know if I did it on the- I read it on a lot of different sites as a kid. My main one was Quotev because I really liked that one. But I also did own a Wattpad. And I think I also read occasionally on fanfiction.net or AO3. Occasionally, but not as often. And of course that was Wattpad before Wattpad became what it is today. Oh. Yeah, we'll read a couple, I think, of some of these older ones, and then maybe we'll go and try to find some new modern ones that I would actually read nowadays to compare. Because I feel like I don't want to make it out to be like, oh, it's so cringy, oh, it's so cringy. Again, I want to reiterate, no hate to any of the authors, because they're doing the Lord's work. I could not write this. But some of it is embarrassing just because it's like, I knew I read this as a child. Like, it's embarrassing to me because I read and enjoyed it thoroughly when I was young. This one's Vampire Knight, heck yeah. That just unlocked a memory. I don't know if you watched those, but back in the early 2010s, there was basically YouTube videos that were basically Pokemon fanfic. I ate that up. Yes! 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I love stuff like that. We have to read at least one creepypasta fanfiction because That's my boys. That's my boys. I used to read so much of that. Actually, I don't know if we can, because I'm fairly certain my favorite out of the creepypasta boys is actually really offensive. Actually, nowadays, I think, or probably even back then he was considered offensive, but I'm fairly certain one of my favorites out of the creepypasta boys, like one of my all-time favorites, I'm fairly certain is kind of offensive. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't think his portrayal is actually, very cool. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, no, no. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, see, I wasn't like other girls, guys. They read fanfiction where their mom sold them to One Direction. I read fanfiction where I ran away from my mom and got abducted into the Slender Man mansion, so... Because that means we're so different. All girls just wanted to be bought and kidnapped. By whatever guy they were attracted to, I guess. I don't know. Whether it be One Direction or fictional killers, you know? It's just what the heart wants, you know, of youth. I don't know. Okay, what's a good one we could start with? Not that. This one's really short, and I don't think it'll be that embarrassing. So we can read this one. This one's in Miku City Actors. Oh my gosh, fanfiction? Mouse! Hi, Shadow! Hi, hi! Welcome in. How are you doing? We're about to read some fanfiction. I'm okay? Okay, well, hey, it's better than doing bad, right? Actually, let's put on... I wonder, should we keep my main song on, or do we want to do, like, a mixture? I might put on some other lo-fi music, since we're gonna be on for a while. I've already been chatting for, like, an hour, 20 minutes. Bit late for that, but, you know, whatever. It's okay. I guess we'll just keep it on. It's fine. We'll just keep this one. Oh, maybe we can read some creepypasta too. Alright, alright, alright. Let's get over. Let me just real quick before I do anything. I need to make sure I don't dox. Not really doxing, but actually kinda doxing. Alright, that should be good. Alright. Alrighty. Let's go over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Alright. Let's go to gaming. This should be working. Yeah! Okay. Welcome to Quotev, guys! I've put some things at the top mainly so, because I'm going through my old account, I don't want you guys to see my old, like, username and stuff, so, yeah. Let's be respectful. Yeah, as always, again, my preemptive thing I keep saying, if I cringe, or if I get embarrassed, it is not any shame or like any like thing towards the authors of these. I'm sure a lot of people writing them were probably also in middle school or high school at the time. It's mostly just because I knew I read this. I knew I read this in middle school or high school. And I was reading X-Reader fanfiction primarily as my main source of fanfiction as a youth. Maybe I should go, no, it's fine. We're starting off with one that's really not that bad. Also, peep my little cursor, guys. Look, I just customized it this week. Look, it's a little Raphael. He's so little. He's just a little guy. He's got all the little bubbles. He's so cute. Wow, look at him. Beautiful guy. Anyways, this one. This is Seto from Kagero Days. Also sometimes spelled D-A-Z-E. Also known as Mecha City Actors, which is a Vocaloid series of songs that tell a story. He was one of my favorite guys in it. Love him. Not much. I don't think you really need to know anything about him for this one, because this one's really short. This one's a one-shot. But he's really just generic. He's just nice. He's a nice and caring guy. He feels a lot for others. He loves animals. He's technically a mind reader. He can read your mind. Because they've got superpowers. Kinda. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure he actually got shipped with another girl from the anime and manga and songs a lot, but that doesn't stop me. I see an anime guy I want, that's for me. Okay, that's my guy. No, that's my guy. The author says, first attempt at a reader insert, hopefully it isn't too bad. Anyways, I don't see that many Seto X readers out there, so I decided to create one. These little emojis, I still make those ones a lot. Can you guys see this alright? Real quick, let me double check. Yeah, you guys can see it. Alright, cool. Want to make sure it's legible for you guys. Alright. Don't judge me, guys. This one's not that bad, honestly. It's really not. It was another day at the... Okay, how the heck do I say that? Mekakushidan? You stared at the ceiling, bored and unaware of what to do. You had been in the den for a few months, and Seto was one of the few that I can read. And Seto was the one that found you and brought you here. You were glad that he did. He had practically changed your life. Everyone at the den was your friend, but you were closer to him than with all the others. Wow. I'm back, you heard Seto's voice as he entered through the door. He must have came back from work. Was he employed? Were any of them employed? I'm trying to remember in my brain if they were employed. I don't remember them having jobs, but you know, hey. It's okay. It's fanfiction. Welcome back, you said. You were finally glad that he was home. Now you didn't have to sit around bored for the rest of the day. That is so real. That's me. Oh, hey, Jay. Should I fill it in with my name, guys? Or should I read, like, your name? I feel like if I read it the way God intended, I have to say my name. So, again. So, oh, hey, Jay. Or it'd be really funny if I randomly switched it out for one of your guys' names. Okay. Did you see the weather outside? It looks like there's a storm coming through, Seto said as he pointed over to the window. He was right. It did look as if it was going to storm soon. Oh, I didn't notice, you said. Please no thunder and lightning. Please no, you thought. You were terrified of thunder and lightning, but you tried your best to hide it in front of everyone, especially Kano. If he found out, he would prank you and tease you about it. You snapped out of your thoughts when you saw a hand waving in front of your face. Oi, Jay, you okay? I've been talking to you, but you've been zoned out, Seto said as he walked closer to you. I love the oi. This makes me feel like they were not American. That's one thing I do like to try to look at is I like looking at like how authors write certain things. Sometimes you can kind of tell like where an author's from just based off of like how they write certain words and such. This is kind of related, kind of not related. I mean, kind of fanfic adjacent, but there's a girl on TikTok who she reads one sentence every single day from 50 Shades of Grey, like in order. She's reading the book of 50 Shades of Grey, but she only reads one sentence per day. And through doing that, like the person, so for who, if you don't know, 50 Shades of Grey was originally Twilight fanfiction. And so one, I like to look for like the Twilight metaphors in the book when she's doing this, but also what's fun is the person who wrote 50 Shades of Grey, E.L. James, I want to say is her name. She is from the UK, but since Twilight is set in America, so it's somebody from the UK writing about like the United States, like Portland, Pacific Northwest, right? And normally it's chill, except every once in a while she'll say a word or phrase that's just like not how people in the US talk. It's like, that's definitely something that somebody who was from the UK would type or say. But that's not something we would say here, which is kind of funny. But oi, I don't feel like you get a lot of ois here. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fine, sorry. I was just thinking, that's all, you reply. You better not be lying to me, Seto said, getting closer to your face. Again, he is a mind reader, so I am curious if he'll read our mind or not, but we'll see. I'm not lying, you protested. Seto just stared at you for a minute, your face getting red after noticing how close he was. Well, I have to go get something from my room. I'll be back, you said, escaping the situation you were in. You ran into your own room and shut the door, looking at your phone. You just wanted to listen to music, that's all. Plus, you were still flustered from how close Seto was to your face. Once you had grabbed your phone, you opened the door and walked out of your room, headphones on your ears with every step you took in rhythm to the beat. Dude, maybe that's what I need to do. You weren't watching where you were going and accidentally bumped into someone, knocking your headphones off your head and onto the floor. I'm sorry, I should have looked where I was going, you apologized as you knelt to pick up the headphones. Although the figure you had run into had to pick them up for you. It's no problem, a familiar voice, Setos said. A familiar voice, Setos said. I was about to put my headphones back on, onto my head when a giant streak of lightning shot down from the sky, and a large boom came after. Eep! You screamed, instantly covering your mouth after realizing that you had screamed in front of Seto. Jay, are you scared of lightning and thunder by any chance? Seto asks, putting a hand on your shoulder. That's silly. Why would I be scared of that? You nervously laughed. Why did I just lie? You thought. Another lightning streak had lit the sky and thunder had boomed throughout the base. Without thinking, you instantly wrapped your arms around Seto and buried your head in his chest, trying to block out the noise. It's alright, he said, his arms still wrapped around you. A warm feeling started to bundle in your chest, and it felt safe. The next thing you knew, your whole world was swallowed in the sound of music through your headphones. Seto smiled at you as he kept his arms wrapped around you. I'm really glad you found me. There we go. First one done. That one's not too bad. That one, like, low cringe, not bad. Very cute, very wholesome. Very stereotypical scenario. Not too bad. My boy Seto. We love him. Alright, which one should we do next? Let's, do I have a photo we can pop up here? Okay. Oh yeah, we got the one. Oh haha. Let's see how all the Orin High School Host Club members would take care of me because I'm sick. I'm sick. And they're gonna take care of me, right? This one was one of the ones I was skimming earlier, and I just saw Daddy's here, and I was like, I can't, but that's true in the English dub, he's constantly referring to himself as Daddy. I can't. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. But that's honestly like that's lore accurate to Tamaki, and he's not even meaning it in like a weird way. He's interesting. Water. Alright. We've got Tamaki. All the boys, they gotta take care of me because I'm sick, just like in real life. Alright, high school host club. Yup. They're gonna take care of me because I'm sick. This one's really immersive because I actually am sick. Hi, honey. Gosh, give me a second, guys. Speaking of being sick, I had to blow my nose. I've been up front all day checking in phones. Oh my. Alright. Let's see how Tamaki would take care of us when we're sick, guys, alright? I'm hoping this one won't be that bad. I might get embarrassed, we'll see. Okay. You hadn't been feeling well all day. Your whole body ached and your forehead was burning up. But you didn't want to miss going to the host club. You really went during the business hours, as you always felt so out of place. Being close friends with Tamaki allowed you to come in whenever you liked. It was definitely a perk you loved, but you weren't so sure about going today. Everyone gave you a pitiful glance as you winced about how sick you were. Sometimes you were so dramatic. Girl, if you're sick, you need to stay home. Don't come to school when you're sick. Especially if you have a fever, girl's gonna get the whole host club sick. Suddenly, the doors to the host club burst open, and everyone was collectively groaning. Tamaki rushed in, picking you up from your waist and twirling you in the air. Oh, Jay, don't worry. Daddy's here. He's gonna make it all better. And Tamaki means this literally, because he sees himself as a father figure. Alright, he cried. But the twirling motion definitely wasn't helping as you felt your face heat up. One of the twins placed his hand on Tamaki's shoulder as the other one pulled you away from his tight grasp. Thank you. Boss, you're gonna make it worse, they yelled in unison. That creeped you out sometimes. The whole scenario was pretty awful, but the twins being nice to you was actually a first. They loved to play pranks on you, but you always laughed when Tamaki scolded them afterwards. You watched as the color drained from Tamaki's face and he went into his depression corner, growing mushrooms. Oh, this one's so lore accurate. He sighed and sat down on the couch, still dizzy. It's fine, senpai. I'm just a little nauseous. I'll be fine. You called to the blonde boy in the corner. He was quickly at your side, startling you. He grabbed your face, turning it towards his, dangerously close. You felt his breath on your face as he spoke. Dude, personal space, you're gonna get sick. But Jay, I don't like seeing you unhappy. Oh yeah, guys, those of you who aren't in the fanfiction space, this is YN, your name. This is EC, eye color. Sometimes you see HC, that's hair color. And some other things like that. I'm pretty good at auto-filling in because I'm so used to reading these. But in case you didn't know, now you know. Oh, and sometimes you'll see LN, which is like last name. But Jay, I don't like to see you unhappy. I want to see you be healthy and happy forever. How can I make it all better? He cooed. You felt your cheeks burn, and you weren't sure if you were blushing or if it was just the fever. Girl, probably a combination of the two. Either way, it was true that you've had a crush on the young prince ever since the day your with blue eyes, guys. Great. Since your eye color, we'll go with gray. Since your gray eyes had met his violet ones. You fell for him hard, but it just seemed that he wanted to treat you like anyone else in the club. It made your heart ache. Kyoyo spoke up from the back room, eyes not leaving his notebook. Tamaki, it seems Miss J simply has the flu. She'll recover fully in no time. She must simply go rest. Girl, you have the flu? Girl, go home! You nodded thoughtfully and stood up, a bit too quickly as your head began to spin. You felt yourself slip back into the couch, but instead of landing on a plush pink seat, you landed in Tamaki's lap. This time you were positive you were blushing. And so was he. You stood again, brushing yourself off. Taya-senpai's right. I just need to go home and sleep this off. Toma-senpai, okay? You tried to hide your sadness in your voice, but fatigue is taking every ounce of energy you seem to have left. You turn to leave when you feel a hand pulling you back. Your face meets his once again. He frowns. Dude, let her go rest. She's sick. My princess, isn't there anything I can do to make it better? I can't stand being so hopeless when someone I love is sick. Oh my gosh! Did he just say someone I love? Oh my gosh! He whispered. Your eyes widened. Did he just say love? He doesn't mean it like that, you scolded yourself. But you didn't want Tamaki to be so sad, so you quickly came up with a task. Well, there is one thing, you smiled thoughtfully. His eyes lit up in happiness. He eagerly awaited for you to continue. I always feel better with some soup when I'm sick. Do you think you can maybe get me some senpai? He smiled softly and kissed your forehead. You felt your heart pounding in your chest as he whispered in your ear. Anything for you, princess. He regained his bubbly persona, eyes glowing with excitement. He suddenly grabbed Haruhi's hand, bounding towards the door. To the Commoner's Market, Haruhi! We must get some soup for Princess J. She must be smiling again. You giggle as he leaps out the door, and you smile. Maybe being sick wasn't so bad after all. And we're getting in between the main couple. That's kind of crazy. I will say, not bad. Not bad. It wasn't as bad as it could be. Tamaki himself is just a little much sometimes, but hey. Not bad. Actually, there's actually a photo, I think, that actually, goes well with this. Wait, let me pull it up. I sent this to Beanie so I can find this pretty quick. Raphael as topic. Let's see if I can put this up for you guys. Where are we? We're here. Here we go. See? The Tamaki. As someone drew Raphael like that. Very cute. Oh gosh, okay, 1 second. Oh my gosh. Alright. Next up, Kyoya. This one's Zio's favorite guy. This is Zio's type. Oh my gosh, my poor throat, guys. I'm struggling. Alright. Luckily these ones aren't too long. So. Surely this time will go better. I feel like they're all going to start on a similar type of note, kinda. Okay. You fidgeted impatiently on the soft pink chair. Listening to Tamaki compliment girls as they swoon and scream wasn't exactly your idea of fun, but as long as you got to see Kyoya. Every time you tried to get close to him, he always told you that he was too busy and ushered you to another host. So you settled with watching him from across the room. It hurt your heart to know that he didn't love you as you had loved him. It seemed like he didn't love you anymore. In fact, he was always so emotionless. Didn't love you anymore. I'm guessing, are we in a relationship with him? That's the one thing with one-shots, is sometimes I don't know if, like, we're supposed to be with them or not already. I think that would imply we are, if it's saying love anymore, or love you as you loved him. Alright. But today, you had bigger worries. You weren't feeling very well. Your forehead burned, and your entire body felt creaky and achy. Most of all, you were very lightheaded and dizzy. You just wanted to go home. You went to stand, but your knees had betrayed you. You fell into the floor and slumped against the couch. Your head was spinning, and you felt a hand on your shoulder. You had hoped it was Kyoya, but your gray eyes met a violet ones instead. Princess, are you alright? He seemed pretty concerned, but you just wanted to be left alone. You waved him away, but you were having a hard time standing on your own. A hand suddenly presented itself to help you up. And as you stood, you were soon face to face with those stoic eyes you had loved. And he used his free hand to push up his glasses, the other hand still grasping. A faint blush came to your cheeks. Kyoya-senpai, I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling very well. I'll be going home now. You apologized quietly, filled with embarrassment. You turned to leave, but his hand wouldn't leave yours. He pulled you back, firmly. This is another thing I've noticed. I'm used to this spelling of senpai. The S-E-N-P-A-I. Senpai. But recently in a lot of manga and stuff, I've realized that they've been changing the spelling from senpai to senpai. So instead of an N, it's with an M. So S-E-M-P-A-I. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. It's just something I've noticed recently. I just thought I'd point that out. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. No need to apologize, Miss. Yeah, see, look, there's last name. Miss Mouseling. There we go. No need to apologize, Miss Mouseling. I've arranged for you to be taken back to the Itori Family Hospital. A room has already been prepared for you. The car will be waiting to take you at the front entrance. His voice emotionally informed me, and I sighed and thanked him, leaving for the car out front. The entire way to the hospital, you thought of the black-haired boy you loved. Loving him sure was painful, but you tried your best to focus on walking, as you slightly stumbled to the front doors. Girl, it should not be painful. Love should not be painful, guys. That's not good. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Love is painful, I'm dying. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. You didn't remember much after that. You slid open your eyes to the blinding light of the hospital room. I don't remember falling asleep, you thought. You'd hear a couple of muffled voices outside your door, so you decided to try and focus on them. The first voice seemed very familiar. Don't make this about me. I just want to ensure the safety of our guests, Lichi. The second, more strange and unfamiliar voice chuckled. You never realized how condescending a mere laugh could be. But it is about you. She seems to just have the flu, and you sent her to privately consult with me? How sweet, little brother. Looks like you finally found someone for yourself. You then remembered the consultation that you had with Dr. Itori. You must have been tired as you'd fallen asleep. How embarrassing. But did he say little brother? Kyoya! Your heart fluttered, overjoyed that he would come check on you. Was he worried? You once again focused on the conversation. Let me see her, sir. Kyoya spat. You heard that awful chuckle again and watched as the door handle started to turn. You quickly laid back down in bed, but but the bed still kept you in a sitting position. You could have pretended to be asleep, but you didn't have much time to make a decision. You watched as he entered the room, notebook in hand, pushed his glasses up again, clearing his throat. He seemed to force a smile, which instantly made you frown. Hello, Kyoya-senpai. You didn't have to come check on me, I'll be fine. He quickly rambled. You just stared down at your sheets, playing with the loose thread. I came to make sure you were alright and offer some condolences on behalf of the host club. We sincerely hope that you feel better, Miss Mouseling. He lowered his brow, he lightly bowed his head and turned. As you quietly mumbled, doesn't sound so sincere, his heel, I cannot read. He turned on his heel, mouth slightly agape. Pardon me, Miss Mouseling. Please don't call me that. Call me Jay. Of course, Miss J. Yeah, dude calls us by our last name. Bruh. Of course, Miss J. I thought you said something. I didn't quite catch that. Yes, you did. I said that you don't sound very sincere. You crossed your arms, still refusing to make eye contact. Anger boiled up inside of you, overfilling as you bitterly glared at the sheets. You didn't know if it was because you were sick or for some other reason. But everything Kyoya did was making you angry. You weren't an angry person, so Kyoya seemed genuinely surprised, but he kept his cool facade as he strained a smile once again. I'm sorry, Miss J. I'm not sure what you mean. Just stop it, Kyoya! Every minute you spend here pretending to feel sorry for me, acting formal towards me, just like I'm just another guest, it's so painful. You know how I felt about you for a long time. I feel my heart ache every time I see you, and yet you ignore me. I loved you, and I just can't handle that anymore. Just leave me alone. Your sudden outburst left you extremely tired and lightheaded, once again. Kyoya seemed to take notice as he disregarded your rant and moved closer to the bed. Jay, are you sure you're alright? You aren't looking very well. He seemed very concerned for once, sitting on the edge of the bed. He pressed his palm to your burning forehead as your eyes steadily began to close. You looked at his steel gray eyes and saw something you'd never expect to see. Were those tears? Oh my gosh, he's crying for us? It was hard to see behind the glare of his glasses, but you were still shocked. He gently pushed your hair behind your ear. As you closed your eyes completely, right before falling asleep, you heard something you'd never forget. Are you asleep? Good. You need to rest. I'm so sorry, Jay, but it has to be this way. It hurts me too. Someday maybe we can be together. I love you too. I always have. You felt a gentle pair of lips press on your forehead before darkness consumed you completely. You had never slept more peacefully. Aww. Yeah, because right, he has a horrible home life. Wow. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, I don't know if I want to read the Honey Senpai one, but I guess we could try. I feel really weird reading the Honey Senpai one. I don't know if I can, honestly. I don't know if I can. I think that's gonna weird me out too much. We could do... guess we'll do Hikaru. I love the twins personally, Hikaru and Karu. My boys, I love them both very much. Although I want to say I liked Karu more growing up. But I like them both quite a bit. Alright, let's go. You held the tissue in front of your face, slightly groaning. With winter weather soon approaching, you had developed a nasty cold. You couldn't stop sneezing, and you were absolutely miserable. There was only one thing that you knew would make you feel better when you were sick. Your boyfriend, Hikaru. You'd only been dating for a couple of weeks, and everything was still new and exciting. But you were sure you loved him, no matter how stubborn he could be sometimes. The host club was just ending, so you waited for as all the girls filed out of the room. You caught a glimpse of a fiery orange and ran to throw your arms around him. You were so thankful it really was Hikaru and not Karu, as you still had a bit of a difficulty telling the two apart. You were quickly learning, though. You smiled as he turned around, but he quickly wiped the smile from your face and he backed away. You gave him a questioning look. Hey, why are you here? You're sick. You need to be resting. He scolded you as you crossed your arms in front of your chest, stubbornly. It's just a cold. It's not like I'm dying. I'm fine. You tried to persuade him. You then smirked as you put your best, pouty face. But you know what would make me feel better? A little kiss. He suggested quietly. You smiled and leaned closer to Hikaru. He almost forcefully pushed you away. Jay, no! I don't want to get sick too. That's so disgusting. This is me with Zio. When he was sick, I was like, no, hon, I don't want to get sick. Ew. He exclaimed. He felt each word stab at your chest. Hurt that he would say such a thing. Girl, get over it, you're sick. You felt tears threaten to spill in your eyes, but he never wanted to see you cry. You refused to look so childish in front of him, so you turned away and ran out of the room, slamming the large doors for good measure. Yes, you showed him. You sniffled in bed, exhausted from the day's events. How could he be so mean? You questioned as you sneezed once again. You curled into the warmth of your sheets, feeling a few more tears streak down your burning cheeks. A soft knock sounded at the bedroom door, and a bright mess of orange hair peeked into your room. He frowned and sat up. Go away, he grew. You wouldn't want to get sick, would you? He closed his eyes and sighed, coming into your room fully and shutting the door behind him. As he sat on the edge of your bed, you still scooted a bit further away, still angry. He took your chin, tilting it towards his face, and gently kissed you on your lips. You were taken aback by this action, but soon melted into his arms. And you were taken aback by his actions, but soon melted into his warm lips as they moved in synchronization. Girl, I'm sorry. You don't need to be smooching when you're sick, okay? I think that's fine. It's fine. You suddenly broke the kiss. But now you really will get sick, you said shyly. He simply smiled and kissed your cheek. Then I guess you'll just have to take care of me, he whispered into your ear. I can't with this. I can't. Alright, we're going on. Mori-senpai! I love Mori-senpai. Oh my gosh, I feel so congested right now. Alright. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Okay, two more. We got this, we got this. We got this, okay. You had been feeling dizzy for a few hours. Coupled with a splitting headache, you knew that you were coming down with something. Guess you wouldn't be going to the host club after school. The thought of missing the host club made you frown, as you lived to spend time with Honey-senpai and Mori-senpai. Honestly, you had developed a bit of a crush on the strong, quiet boy, but he had never seemed to notice you. And he hadn't spoken a single word to you since your time, and all the time you'd spent there. Then again, did he ever really say much to anyone? As you walked out of the building towards home, the bright sun began to make your heart throb, or make your head throb. The dizziness began to amplify, and you watched as the edges of your vision slowly became darker and fuzzier. You felt your knees give out from beneath you, and you waited for the feeling of your body hitting the hard pavement. But it never seemed to come. The last thing you saw before you passed out was a pair of dark, concerned eyes that you'd come to know very well. When you next slid your eyes open, you found the excruciating headache completely gone. You noticed that you were on a couch in the host club, but it was either very late or before it had started, as there didn't seem to be any guests around. You sighed as you laid back down into the comforting arms of— wait a minute, arms? You quickly sat up and turned to face none other than Mori. He was sleeping beneath you, legs intertwined with yours, strong arms holding you quite firmly. He was so peaceful when he slept. He squeaked a little, face heating up as his eyes slowly opened. Jay. Oh, sorry. You fainted, so I brought you back to the host club. He rubbed his eyes and sat up, still straddling you from behind. You didn't really mind, but you didn't want to let him know that either. He looked everywhere but his eyes, trying desperately not to smile or scream in happiness. What time is it? Shouldn't the guests be here? He shook his head, no, and stretched. Confused, you decided to question him a bit more. Was the club cancelled? He shook his head again. No, he must have simply slept through it. I don't think they would have mind. You felt pink dust return to your cheeks as you yawned, still very tired. He tilted your head away from him to face him. Wait, your head up? I cannot read! Okay, he tilted your head up to face him. He couldn't help but let out another short squeak. I hope you don't mind sleeping here with me. I was just so worried about you, Jay. He pressed his lips to your forehead and rested them there for a while. Not quite a kiss, but almost as if he were thinking. You felt his warm breath on your brown hair. I don't mind, Mori-senpai. Sorry for worrying you. Honestly, I didn't even know you knew who I was. He shyly trailed off as he faced you again. You sternly held your chin towards him. Of course I know who you are. You come to visit every day. How could I not notice you? In fact, I really like you, Jay. Oh my gosh. Wow, we're so popular. He smiled coyly, and you felt your heart nearly burst with happiness. Takashi Morinozuka likes me? You smiled brighter than you ever had before, your arms wrapped around him in a hug, and though surprised by your sudden actions, he quickly returned it. It was so comforting to be in his muscular arms. It felt like no one could touch you, like you were safe from the entire world. I like you too, Takashi, muttered into his chest. Are you sure you're alright? You nodded and yawned once again. Though you weren't dizzy anymore, you felt very tired. Fainting really took a lot out of you. Mori-senpai seemed to understand. Mori seemed to understand as he positioned you back to your original position. He resumed your spot on his chest, and he slowly played with your hair, with your long brown hair, as you traced little shapes on his chest with your fingers. You could hear his quick heartbeat soften and slow with every second. Okay, I think that's about enough of that one. They are starting to get a little repetitive, so I don't know if we'll do the next one. I think it's gonna be pretty similar too. I mean, they're all sick ones, so it's like there's only so many things you can do. But yeah, I think we're probably good there. Alright, let's go which one we do next. Ugh, sorry. Oh my gosh, Diabolic Lovers ones. Yes, yes, yes. Wait. Which one should we do? Wait. My toxic vampire boys. I gotta find one that's good. It's difficult. I can't. What the heck? What? I cannot read that. Okay, wait. I was skimming. This is why I have to skim. Oh my gosh, why are some of them like this? Wait. Okay. Let's see. Do a diabolical covers one, but I don't know if I can actually find one that would be good to do, to be honest. Let's see. Not often good ones. What should we do next, guys? Alright, I think that might have to be it for these ones, because I was trying to find some other ones we could do, but genuinely, I don't are good. Indeed. Let's see. Also, I thought I could read more, but apparently my throat does not agree with that. So freaking nasally, it's not even funny. I want to at least read one for Diabolic Lovers and one for the creepypasta stuff. I don't know if I can find any, to be honest. I'm struggling. Yeah. Maybe I should find some new ones. Wait, let me see if I can find any. I wonder if I can find that one soda one. Wait, okay. Bro, I cannot find it. Sick and twisted. What the heck? Okay, what's one we could look up? Let's see if we edit our search. Oh my gosh, I did find some. Okay, wait. Wait. I found us, guys. I found us in Love and Deep Space. Love and Deep Space, fanfiction, let's go, let's go. Alright, wait, okay. totally got it. The concept of this one, I think it's called yeah, How to Romance Lovely Miss Hunter. And it says, by finding out the tropes you like to read in romance novels, you might just know how you'd like this love to be. I guess it's the guys read your romance book and then they're like, okay. It says it's got 1 chapter, so this is the one it's got. I can't help but notice though they don't have a Silas. So sorry to all the Silas girlies and guys out there. But I did skim for Raphael's and I think it is safe. So I think we should be good. So. What have you done just now? That was my first kiss, the princess exclaimed. Then she covered her lips with her fingers and concealed her face behind the veil that had just been removed. The attractive merman, with his bare chest revealed beneath the water, smiled, half cold, half alluring. He migrated close to the princess and declared, now you are mine. Oh my gosh, she's reading Merman book. Merman romance book. Wow, imagine doing that. Wow. It's funny, guys, because I have a Merman romance book, technically. I think just the one. I think. Alright. Oh my gosh, I gotta find that Elliot fanfiction too! Wait, okay, wait. I'm having so many good ideas. Okay. It's fine. The book in Raphael's hands rolled from the sofa to the floor as he began laughing uncontrollably. Crawling even. You seized the book in anger and folded it flat and requested, please stop. Raphael covered his lips with his palm and smiled. His eyes shone with tears. His cheeks went scarlet and his stomach ached from laughing so hard. He leaned absently back against the sofa and gazed at you. Your Highness, you do have a hobby of reading such cheesy love stories? Raphael replicated the dialogue from the book, making you even more enraged. He shot him a stare. You gripped the book in your hand. Ever since he caught you reading this romantic novel inspired by the legend of Lemuria, Raphael had been teasing you by reenacting passages from the written scenes, but in a sardonic style that left you flushed with embarrassment. Dude. That's the kind of stuff that Zio be doing. I'll tell him about one of my games or something, and he'll start repeating it, but like not even in like a haha like romantic way. He'll do it in like a really annoying way. And I'm like, stop. He does that sometimes. I can relate to the struggle. Your Highness, where are you heading to? Raphael grabbed your wrist as you turned to go. Don't forget now that you are mine. Raphael restrained another chuckle. You violently yanked free from her grip. I'm sorry? Raphael cleared his throat. He eventually came to the decision to stop this childish game. With the exception of a few references to Lemurian mythology, the rest are too much. The author has let her imagination wander too far. You're insulting other people's interests, you frowned and responded. I enjoy reading passionate love stories like this. Is there a problem with it? Raphael stared at you with an expression of pain. You were the one who got furious, so why did he seem more upset? If you wish to learn about Lemuria, why wouldn't it be better for you to ask me directly? You don't need to read stories like that. The book in your hand was titled The Lemurian Kiss. The plot focused on a handsome merman and a princess he was forced to obey. Hera first exposed you to it, which piqued your interest. Then you were absorbed in the love and resentment. It was as if your own narrative from another life. Raphael hated it. Yet, you did not understand. If he disliked it so much, why did he even bother to read it more attentively than yourself? Even when he tormented you with passages from the narrative that made you blush, you had to concede that he had read and comprehended it better than you could. Perhaps it was due to his Lemurian ancestry. Perhaps he had heard a similar story elsewhere in his long life. Ah, yes, because it parallels their, like, what is it, Shadow? Right? It's his, or, oh, Abysswalker, that's what it is. Abysswalker skin. That's, like, his first myth, which takes place last in the timeline, supposedly. It's kind of like that. I mean, she doesn't technically own him or anything like that, but she could. Although she technically always does, right? Because she has his heart. They gave her heart to him. He gave his heart to her. For water, give me a second. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the new Raphael card to come out. That will be really, really good, actually. And I know there's fanfiction about that, what his next card's about. Wait, I should look this up real quick. Sorry. Okay, let's look up... Alright. Oh no. Hoping to read more. My throat's really starting to hurt. You guys have anything you guys are particularly interested in? Perhaps. Alright. I'm struggling, guys. can go to just chatting. I want to read more, but I'm really like, oh, I'm not in the be doing that. Alright, let's go to just chatting, I guess. Sorry we didn't get to read too many. I mean, we read quite a few, but not that many. Not as many as I originally thought we could, but what can you do? You do. Alright. Thank you for the care package, Stellar Boss. I appreciate it. Ugh. I hate that I'm getting sick. It's really ruining all of my plans. What should we do now, guys? Up to you, I'm sculpting, so I'm just listening for the most part. No worries. I'm just thinking. Ugh. Yeah, sorry guys. I keep not talking. I'm just like, I feel so congested. I never feel like it's that bad, because when I'm not talking, it's not that bad. But then, like, when I start to talk, I'm like, oh frick, it's actually pretty bad. I can't breathe. end it so early. I don't know what to do. I'm struggling to talk. Oh, I had big hopes for us, guys. I had big hopes and dreams. Okay, I keep flashing. Oh, you guys got ads. No bueno. Bought a bunch of games though on Steam yesterday because of the Steam sale. Yay, okay, I think ads should be over now. Are you guys free? Yippee! Yeah, I was saying, I bought some games off the Steam store yesterday if they were on sale because of the spring sale they've got going on at the moment. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Trying to see, Yay, okay, ads are over. Yay, yippee, yippee. But I bought a few games. I want to have more games that we can play together, guys, or games I can play on stream. I want to try and have, like, more variety at some point. So I did get a couple. I'm gonna play them. I need to figure out when we should play different games still. Still kind of working on it. But I got a couple games for us to play at some point. I got a new cat puzzle game. And then I got Is This Seat Taken, which is one I've been wanting to play. And then I got us maybe do a Test the Waters Tuesday for new games. Oh, that could be a good idea. Hi, Aria. Welcome in. How are you doing? That could be fun. There's some other games I had bought a while ago that I want us to play at some point. I bought like a whole bunch. Because a bunch of my wish list was on sale. Also, hi Shan, welcome in. Hi. Sorry, I'm not super talkative today, guys. I was just like, oh my gosh, I thought I would be able to read more, but my throat is starting to hurt quite a bit, and it's making reading difficult, so we're gonna shake it up a little bit. But yeah, I got those, and I have got a few other ones. It'll be fun. Remember, go from 0 to 0, because he's your hero. Thank you. It'd be cool if I could get as good as Zio is at games. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe one day. But yeah, I think we finished all of our big story games. So maybe I'll do a poll or something in the Discord, but I wanted to kind of pick another story game for us to play next. So I'm debating which one that should be. I've got quite a few, so it just kind of depends on like what kind of vibe we're wanting to do. But I want to play A Night in the Woods with you guys at some point. We've also got those other RPG Horror Maker ones, so like The Witch's House and Mad Father. We've also got what are some other story games I wanted to play with you guys? Yeah, A Night in the Woods. I've got Buddy Simulator I want to play. Got a lot of story games, honestly, a lot of them. I bought a bunch and we haven't had a chance to. I don't know how long the different ones are though. But those could be fun. We could also do another dating sim on stream at some point, would be fun. I know we're gonna play Solaris when the early access for that one comes out, so that'll be cool at least. That can be our next dating sim, and then we can pick one more story game. I don't know. We'll see. Debating. Otherwise, we're going to be streaming a lot of Final Fantasy. I've also thought about doing some more crochet streams because I've kind of missed doing that. I was editing, actually, some of my VODs for the Subi pattern, and I was collabing it, which, by the way, I'll go ahead and show you guys a little sneak peek of this. I honestly might need to work on it some more. I haven't decided yet. But I basically took all the VODs from all of them when I was making the Subi plushie. And to like mash them together basically. But even with doing that, it's still like, it's like 4 hours and 20 minutes. So I probably need to cut it down even more maybe, or speed some parts up. I don't know. I add timestamps to it still too, but it's a long freaking video, I'll say that much. So I don't know. Probably do that at some point, but doing that editing, I wanted to. It made me want to play, like, do some crochet streams. Then I want to do some more Atome games with you guys. We need to play Nameless at some point, too. Yeah, I don't know which one we should do yet. A lot of them I feel like are good fall games, but I'm like, I like to play based on the season, but I'm like, I should play some games, you know? I don't necessarily need to wait for the season, but I enjoy doing that. Maybe we could also play Needy Streamer Overload at some point. They're getting an anime. It's cool. I even got a platforming game, which is crazy. I'm not a platformer, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna branch out. I'm gonna branch out in my abilities. I'm gonna try and do something different. But it's literally a puzzle platformer, so I'm probably gonna hate myself. But you know, hey. Yeah, I want to add some variety into what we play. We've been kind of at a little bit of a standstill lately. Add some more regulars in as well, maybe. I don't know. How? But yeah, that's what I need to start thinking about, is what to do. I also am debating if we should go up to 4 streams a week. I feel like 3 is the most doable for me, but maybe we'll go up. But yeah. Some of the stuff I was thinking about. I was trying to figure out when to do it. Ooh, Scarlet Hollow is another game we should play at some point together. I started playing that on my YouTube channel way back when. Way back when. Like a long time ago. Back when, before the whole game was out. I need to actually play the game. I'm hoping we'll be able to play Senbakura Planet tomorrow with Zio. Fingers crossed that he won't cancel on me. I'll struggle. I'll struggle for you guys. For you guys, for my mouselings, I'll put my voice on the line. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll take a bunch of Dayquil. It's fine. But I'm really hoping we can play Bakura Planet tomorrow. I think that would be really fun. Yeah, I hope that there's not like a more traumatizing version. Because with Bakura, the first game, I remember the version I was playing was way more like traumatizing. So I'm hoping it won't be like that this time, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully we can do stuff. Sorry, back. As soon as I joined, I got a call. How are you today? I'm doing alright. I was trying to read some- we were reading some fanfiction earlier, but I had to stop. My throat is, like, really not liking me. I keep coughing a lot. But overall, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I was talking about I got a bunch of games on the Steam sale. Oh, earlier I was talking about how I might get a dog, Arya. We were talking about the possibility of me getting a dog, possibly. Zio. Debating it right now. We're trying to decide if we think that that would be a good match for us or not. But it's basically like, if we were gonna get a dog, this is probably the best time to do it, because if we get another cat before we get a dog, then it's gonna be harder to get a dog because cats get really territorial. Please drink some hot tea. Yeah, I'll need to make me some tea after this. For sure. I have some water, so I've at least been drinking that, but I don't know, I just feel so congested. Part of me is like, it's in your head! I'm not actually sick, it's just in my head. And I am not actually sick, and I must just be convincing myself that I'm sick because Zio was sick. But I definitely feel congested. I'm doing alright, just doing lots of chores today. Yeah, me and Zio need to get a lot of chores done. Our house kind of went really bad this last week because he's been sick, and then I'm sick, and so we really need to get it together and clean the house. A dog is a good companion? Yeah. I think it would be fun. I've never had a dog as an adult. We've only had like family dogs. Like, I've had some dogs in my family. Zio's had some dogs in his family. But yeah, I thought it sounded like it could be cool to get a dog. I'm like, I feel like if we were gonna get one, now would be the time to do it. So I'm debating if we should do it. I kind of want one, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tempted. I've always been a cat person, and I think I probably still will be a cat person, but that's something I'm thinking about. Just make sure you get one that matches your activity levels. You'll prefer big or small. I prefer smaller dogs. I want to try to get like a smaller lap dog is kind of my goal, I think. Yeah, probably a dog that's on the smaller side that's like a lap dog. I don't mind if I have to take it out for walks and like playing with it. But I don't want one that has like a super high activity level just because I know I won't be able to probably match that energy because I am more of a cat person. So I'm looking for, I want to say like cat-like dogs. So like dogs that are roughly cat-sized, maybe slightly bigger, but roughly the size of a cat, and are like cuddly, like cats are cuddly. I'm a big cat person. I don't mind having to do the training and walking and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I just, probably nothing too energetic, because I'm not very energetic. We've had cats and dogs together. Usually as long as they're introduced young, they get along well. Setting boundaries is key. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. I'm like, if we do get one, I feel like I'd want to get the dog first. That way I can work on training and getting used to having a dog, and then once I'm like used to the dog, to get like a kitten, because that way the kitten is raised with the dog and like that's all they know, and so they're used to it. And hopefully either getting a younger dog so the dog can also get used to the cat early on in life, or ideally getting a dog that's already kind of socialized to having other dogs and cats around would be perfect, but I don't know, we're thinking about it. I like to hear other people's opinions on it because it is a big decision, so we've been thinking about it. I've been trying to think about it. I was talking to my sister about it yesterday. She was talking to me a little bit. But, I don't know, big decisions, because either we're gonna get a cat and a dog, or we're gonna get 2 cats. So it's just deciding which one we want to do. Look more at the personality of a dog. If you want a cuddler, we had a small dog that acted like a cat and only wanted to cuddle when it was on his terms. But now I have an 80-pound lap dog that's the definition of Velcro pup. Cute. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind having like a Velcro dog that wants to be with me all the time. I think that could be cute. Especially because I work from home, so that's one of the big things is I know when I've been researching it, that's one of the big things is they're like, well, if you guys get a dog, like they're like, puppies are they're a lot of work. You can't be working an 8-hour day because they need to get let out multiple times a day. And you have to train them, take them out on walks and let them go outside and stuff. But I work from home, so I'm like, oh, that's not really an issue. I don't know, very, very much debating. But I think I'm leaning more towards small dog. I think Zio would be happy with a small to medium-sized dog, but I like small dogs because bigger dogs kind of still spook me a little bit, and so I feel more confident with smaller dogs than bigger dogs kind of are a little intimidating. I will say past experience, bigger dogs potty train easier. I have seen that. It's because the smaller dogs have smaller bladders, so it's harder for them to control and potty train. But I'm hoping because I'm home a lot that shouldn't be an issue, but I don't know. That is something I did look into when I was looking into some of the smaller dog breeds, is a lot of them were like, oh, they're really hard to potty train. Size pup would probably be best. Oh, you think so? I don't know. I'm debating. I've been researching it a lot. That's what's on my mind right now, though. Because I am getting to the point where it's like, I really do want another animal. I just feel lonely. I miss having an animal with me all the time. And now I'm just trying to decide what we want to do. I still don't think we'll get one until probably a few more months still, but I just miss it. I miss it. I miss Ella. I miss having an animal with me. I don't like being alone all day. It's just so sad. Oh, most of the small dogs I've worked with were just, for the sort where you take them out and they just look at you and you bring them and they pee on everything. Oh no. I think if we did get a small dog, well, especially because we live in an apartment, we might even have to do this with a medium dog anyways, but I would probably try to either train them to go on a puppy pad or even possibly making it like a dog-sized litter box for them. Just because we do live in an apartment and we don't have a yard, so either I have to take them out, like actually outside for a walk, or like into the grassy area downstairs, or I'd have to teach them how to use like a puppy pad or something, because we don't have a yard. So that's another extra difficulty level with that. But we also, our apartment building is the closest to the little doggy area. We have like a little dog area at my apartment complex, so I could also walk them there, which wouldn't be an issue. So, because we live pretty close to it. I don't know. I do know Zio's Nana, she taught her dog how to, she potty trained her dog when she was living in an apartment. That's how Lizzie learned how to get potty trained. She also didn't have a yard. She just puppy pad trained them. I understand having a pet help you heal is truly comforting. Yeah. Having a friend who started with the puppy pads and her small dog never stopped using it, and they have a yard, so that's what they learned is that they stick for them for life. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind having to use puppy pads, especially if that helps them. If they actually use it, then I'm like, I don't feel like that's the end of the world. I'm already used to litter boxes and stuff, but I don't know. All things to consider. I look into it a lot. I'm trying to do research. I like to research animals a lot before I commit. Like, I'm a very confident cat owner because I've owned so many cats in my life that, like, I know how I can handle cats, and I know I can handle multiples of cats, but I feel less confident about dogs because I just haven't owned as many in my life. So I'm trying to take it very seriously and trying to really research, like, what size of dog and what kinds of dogs would fit our, like, lifestyle and stuff. But we're both homebodies, like, we really don't go out that often. There's only, like, a few times a year we even are gone from our apartment for multiple days, and those are for the conventions. But we also live near family, so, like, in theory I could have one of my siblings either come over here and pet sit, or I could even drop them off at my parents' house, probably. How does a rug with feet? Yeah. Let's see. I know Zia likes the Australian Shepherds, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a shepherding dog because they have so much energy. Like, I really need one that's a chill dog. I need a chill dog. But I think it'd be nice. And another reason I was considering getting a dog, because this is actually something I was thinking about even when we had Ella. Since I started working at home, so this is a thought that's really came to me like the last like 2-ish years almost, is that like, because I work from home, I just like, I don't get out often, and so I'm hoping that, like, if I have a dog, it gives me a reason to actually get outside of my house. Like, it'll force me to actually have to go outside and actually have to walk around, which I really need to do, because it's really bad working from home. Sometimes I genuinely, like, I don't leave the house at all, and so I was like, I feel like having a dog would be helpful for that. Aussies need a job or activity to keep them from being destructive. Yeah. And that's why I was like, I don't think that would work. Because I know Zio loves them. They're his favorite. But I was like, I just don't think that's gonna work. Because I don't want them to destroy the house. And then, they're a very energetic dog breed. I'm like, yeah, no. We need a more chill dog breed. Dog touch grass, please. Yeah, that's what I need though. That's what I need. I'm like, because it would force me to get outside. It would force me to take breaks during work, because that's something I also really struggle with, is when I'm working, I just won't take breaks. And you're supposed to take breaks throughout the day, and I just don't do that. So I'm like, that would also force me to have to like get up, take a break, do that. Which I think would be good. I think it would be a mutually beneficial relationship. Is what I'm hoping. But I'm also a little scared because I would feel so bad though if like I was a bad dog owner. That would make me feel really bad. Adorable but loud. Dachshunds. Yeah, the weenie dogs, they're very cute. The weenie dogs are super cute. Weenie dogs are also hard though, because don't you have to get like I think like ramps and stuff for them, right? Because of their backs. Zio actually grew up with weenie dogs. He had like, I think 2 growing up, I want to say. Goofy and what health issues? Yeah. I think that, like, I don't know, I've tried to look into some smaller dog breeds, but I feel mixed about some of them. I think Chihuahuas and Pomeranians are cute, but I know those 2 both have really bad bladder issues, and they're both pretty, like, yappy dogs. And I'm like, I don't think I need a super yappy dog. So I was like, I don't know. And then, what was it? I don't know. A lot of them are really cute. I like the cute dogs. I like it when they're cute or a little goofy looking. Like I like the Italian Greyhounds are really cute in my opinion. I think they're really goofy looking and cute. I like those a lot. I was trying to see what options there is. It's just hard to research, honestly. Partially, I'm like, it's kind of hard to research. It's also one of those things too where I'm like, I'm worried it's like one of those, you don't know until you know when you get them, because a lot of it is situational. Like each dog is different, so it depends on the dog you get. Oh man. I've been trying to research it a bit because just part of me is feeling that calling. Yeah, ours didn't have back issues, but he got hip dysplasia, I think. He was the smartest thing I've ever had. Aw. Yeah, I do think the weenie dogs are very, very cute. Like the little Dachshunds, they are very adorable. Especially the little long-haired ones, they're so cute. My friend has a Chihuahua that's very sweet but really territorial and loud. Yeah, that's the big thing with Chihuahuas. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe if you could train them to not be like that, but I feel like that's partially their breed, is that they are very loud and territorial. Because that's like the big thing with Chihuahuas. That's why they get like memed on for being like mean dogs, is that because like if you come near a Chihuahua and its owner, they're gonna bark at you. They're gonna get mad. They're like, why are you in my house? Why are you in my house? They're gonna be like this. Why are you in my house? Why are you near my owner? Rah, 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 rah. Hi, Bro Wheel. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. May I suggest a rescue? Yeah. I do. Ideally, I would like to get, if I get a dog, I'd like to get it from a rescue or a shelter. Ideally. That's typically how I prefer to get all of my animals, are from rescues or shelters, but it's gonna depend probably on a few factors though, because I need to make sure it's gonna be good match for us and all that. Hi Jay, just checking in because I'm not home right now. Aw, well thanks for saying hi. Hope you are doing good while you're out and about. I'm like, maybe I should research it. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading now. I'm just starting to try to think about it seriously, since I want to ideally, I think, get some new pets before the end of the year. So sometime between, I think, May and December, I want to try and get them, so I'm trying to do a lot of research and stuff. Has me a little preoccupied, but especially because I'm just like, I feel so lonely. It's sad not having anyone around, you know? You can ask your local shelters if they offer test periods to see if you mix well with the dog. Where I got my current boy, it required me to be considered a 1-week foster, and then if we kept him, it was an adoption. Oh, we didn't agree to keep him completely, and they failed adoption on the dog's record. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if any of the ones near me do that. I know different places allow different things. That would be cool. It's good that you're taking the time to review and reflect. Adding a new addition is a big decision. Yeah. I like to really think things through before I make decisions and stuff like that, and I like to take it very seriously because I care a lot about animals, and so that's one of the reasons why I know there's certain animals I can't do. Like, that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't get a big dog, is I know for a fact I cannot handle a big dog. And same thing with like really like active dogs that need like a lot of activity. I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to do. That's why I'm trying to really research the different breeds and types of dogs before I get one. And same thing with like, that's one of the big reasons I don't have like fish or reptiles, is because as much as I love fish and reptiles, I know that I'm not good at like the maintenance they need. Like fish have like very specific water maintenance. Reptiles I absolutely love. Like, I wanted a snake for a long time, but I could not feed a snake a mouse. Like, that would make me so sad. Like, having to feed them the little baby mice and rats would genuinely break my heart. Like, I can't do that. So it's like, I take it very, very, very seriously when researching animals I want, because I'm like, I don't want to have to give them up. I don't want to have to adopt them and then give them away. I want it to be, like, permanent. But you have to do a lot of research before doing that. So I've been trying to, like, really, really lock in on it. But it's also kind of hard because, you know. Yeah, also when trying to find my grandma a dog, we discovered a shelter nearby that does allow adoptions to people over 6, Oh, it doesn't? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's probably because they don't want to adopt a dog out and then they die. I mean, this is kind of morbid, but then they die and then it's abandoned again. But that is also kind of sad because I feel like elderly people need animals the most. Like, I know it's harder for them to take care of them, But like elderly people like need animals to help them like survive. We tried researching into getting my grandpa a cat because he genuinely like he really was struggling. Like he really wanted an animal or something to just be with him. Because they get so lonely, you know? Especially as they get older. You would need to look into snakes that eat frogs and insects. Yeah. I do think that, man, I don't know. I love snakes. I do really like snakes a lot. I also really like hedgehogs. Hedgehogs were a big one that I really love. I wanted to get another hedgehog. They're just harder to get. But hedgehogs eat a lot of insects, which is kind of cute. I like it. Hedgehogs are so cute. They eat kitten food, insects, and then they can eat like eggs, chicken, and you can get them some like berries and veggies too. Which is very, very cute. The only bad thing is then you have to buy insects, which I also don't love. I love, and that's the other thing, is like, some reptiles are good, but a lot of reptiles that eat bugs, and even, unfortunately, hedgehogs, a lot of them want to eat roaches, and I hate roaches so much. They're the one bugs I can't do. But like a lot of geckos and stuff, like they really need roaches to eat. Because they have a lot of vitamins and stuff they need in them. Hedgehogs not as much, but hedgehogs' bugs are more so a, usually like a treat for them, so you can give them like caterpillars is like a big one I would do, or like mealworms or superworms, which are still kind of creepy looking. But yeah, a lot of reptiles eat roaches, and they're like a specific type of roach. They're like these like big little guys, and their cages, like you have to like breed these little roach guys, and they're super stinky. Not fun. Hedgehogs are adorable. Hedgehogs are adorable. I miss having our hedgehog. We had a hedgehog for a few years, and she was just the cutest. Her name was Nutmeg, and I loved her very, very dearly. She was so cute. Mealworms are our favorite food for many species? Yeah. It's because mealworms are high in fat. So they're like a yummy little treat. They're like a yummy, ooey gooey little crunchy exoskeleton little fatty treat. Because they're mostly just fat content. Like nutritionally dense, they're not very good for reptiles and hedgehogs, but they're really fatty, which they love. They love them because of how fatty they are. We used to get those, I would feed my hedgehog when we had her. She'd get mealworms and superworms a lot. And then every once in a while, I would go to the specialty exotic reptile store to buy, they had these like big bluish green caterpillars. They were freaking huge. And I would give her those occasionally, which I love giving to her because they're actually pretty healthy. And they're a fun like snack for her. And it's good for enrichment. However, I was always so terrified whenever I would give her those things because those suckers, one, they're huge, but two, those caterpillars bite back. So like she would eat them and she'd like be trying to like eat them, and I was scared. I was like, the caterpillar looked like it was gonna try to get her eye out or something. Like they'd be like attacking her face and she'd just be going at it, and I was scared. I was like, what if she chokes? What if I have to do like the Heimlich maneuver on a hedgehog? Because sometimes it looked like she was gonna choke on them, and they would like fight her. I was like, what if they hurt her? And so it would stress me out a little bit every time I would feed her them. But she was super happy eating them. Like I made her happy, but I was over here being a stressed little mom. Like, what if she's not okay? What if she chokes? What if they hurt her? What do we do? What do we do? Oh, if you get a dog and wanted to wear sweaters, my advice is to start early. Yes, I do want them to wear sweaters and clothing. That's one of the fun things with dogs. I'm like, I like that you can dress them up. That's so cute. Cats do not like that. Attack caterpillars? Literally, yeah, they would attack back. It was scary. My chickens are brutal. I've seen them eat all sorts of bugs and small animals. Chickens are brutal. Hey, chickens are the closest relatives to dinosaurs. Like, those guys are... They're brutal when they want to be. We're gonna go visit Nana Zio, next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend we're gonna go visit her for her birthday. And we're gonna go visit her, like, she's got, like, a big land and her dogs and her chickens, and so we'll get to see them, and that'll be cool. I'm excited for that. That would be cool. She's got chickens, and they just got a new dog, actually, so that'll be interesting to see the new dog. Chickens are not to be underestimated. Real. Real. That sounds like a good time. I feel like Zio's gonna be like, oh, look how sweet this is. You know, just like, for real. Zio's gonna, oh my gosh. It'll be fun. He wants an Aussie, I know, but I know we do not have the energy, or we don't have the space for an Aussie, first of all. Like, even if we got an Aussie, where the heck are we supposed to play with them at? Like, they're herding dogs. We don't have, like, the stuff to play with them. We got a small place. I don't know. I will say Aussies are very cute, though. I can't agree. Aussies are very adorable dogs. Like, they are very, very cute. I get why he likes them. They're just also, like, not... I don't think they're the best for us, I don't think. You may also need to look into crate training your dog if you and Zia want to go out for a bit without being torn out. Yeah, no, we would for sure, no matter what dog we get, we're gonna have to really focus on potty training and crate training. Because we're definitely gonna need to be able to crate them whenever I do have to leave the house, and I want them to be at least potty trained a little bit. Whatever that means. I don't care if it's puppy pads or going outside. Some type of potty trained and some type of crate trained for sure. Big crates are expensive. Oh. I had to get a really big, strong crate for my current dog. He ate it? Oh my gosh! Jeez! Oh my gosh. I'm hoping crate training won't be too hard. Easier said than done, I know, but I'm hoping it won't be too hard. Our Dashan loved his crate. I took 2 cat crates and combined them to make one long crate for him. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm hoping crate training wouldn't be too bad. But I would definitely want to do that for sure. And then I think like when it comes to training, I think as long as I have like basic commands, like they know their name, they know like down and stop and maybe sit. You know, some basic commands. They know, I guess, home or like whatever, the crate command, right? And that their crate is like, they like their crate. Would be good. And then potty training are like the big things, I think. Right? And I'm not training a dog to be off leash. I don't trust letting dogs off leash, so they're gonna be leashed. To be fair, my current dog is a pity. If he wanted to, he can destroy most things, but he's super gentle. He just gets separation anxiety. Yeah, so he didn't like the crate at first. Yeah. Yeah, I know the separation anxiety is like a big thing for a lot of dogs. Off-leash dogs depends on the dog and the environment. Yeah. I just would feel so anxious. I feel like it might be good if your dog is good for like dog parks, maybe. But sit, stay, come, potty. Leave it. Okay. Lie down. Okay. Noted, noted, noted. Yeah. I don't know. I really do. I think I partially, I really do think I kind of want a dog. I think it would be good. I just want to make sure I'm researching a lot. Leave it is really useful if the dog goes after something and you need them to stay away from it. Okay. Good to... It's also a great party trip for people to watch your dog wait patiently for a treat, because then when you tell them to take it, to prevent food aggression. Yeah, that I definitely want to try to help with because I don't deal with that. Don't mind me, guys. Live researching dogs on stream. Hi, welcome back, Karambit. How are you doing? I'm researching dog breeds right now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, gather food from the truck fridge and put it in the hotel fridge. Nice, nice. When do you think the truck's gonna be able to get fixed? It really just depends on the dog. If you get a puppy, it's a clean slate. If you get an older dog, you need to be mindful of what they may have experienced in the past. Yeah. A dog that's been starved will be more food motivated, but also more possessive of food in general. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm a little worried about with getting a shelter dog is because, like, with cats, right? Most cats don't have a lot of behavioral problems from prior homes. I mean, they can, but usually it's not something you really have to worry about too much. But I know with dogs it is a bigger thing because a lot of, like, whether or not they have any training, whether or not, like, how aggressive they are and stuff, like, a lot of that's going to depend on their, like, prior homes and stuff. So that's why I think if I could find one that did do what you're talking about, like, where you can have, like, a trial period would probably be good. But I don't know, I'd have to look, see, have a shelter like that near us. I just left Dallas with parts to fix it. Oh my. Ew. Be the third mechanic to come look at. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope it can get fixed soon. Sucks. We've had really good luck with shelter dogs, but it's taking your time to get to know them. We had a feral cat once. That was an adventure. She was really sweet later on, though. Yeah. Thank you for the stretch. Thank you for the hydrate. Do that. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. If I can. There. Alright, be right back, be right back. Oh, hi, hon. Give me a second. Thanks. Don't worry about me. I'm chilling at the hotel with plenty of food and Wi-Fi. That's good. I'm glad to hear that at least. Also, hi End. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Any updates on the room? I think he's waiting for the last art that we want included in it. I haven't got any updates from him, but I think he's gonna wait for that. And then probably just like finishing the rendering and adding the like art and stuff. First time I ever fainted, she bit through my finger. Oh my gosh! Left a hole in it? That's crazy! Oh my gosh. That's wild. Hi, Hoy. She was a feral cat someone had adopted, but needed to rehome because they were moving. Later on, she was a really good barn cat. She's super scared. Yeah. That's fair, yeah. Barn cats tend to be kind of like that, huh? I feel like getting cats are so much easier than dogs. Cats is just like, oh yeah, which color is pretty? I like that one. This is pretty chill. I mean, obviously they have personalities they gotta adjust to, but they're just so chill. Like with dogs, I have to really think about like, okay, well, what breed are they? How are they acting? How's their temperament? What's they like? What's their previous thing like? So much more work. But I just want to choose a good one. Cat's pro-dependent on litter box. True. I don't mind the litter box too much, honestly, but it definitely can get kind of annoying. It's not pleasant, but definitely not super. It could be worse, I guess. It could be worse. Dogs pro-lovable, cons needing your face opportunity. True. Or sometimes you just find a cat. Mine found me in the backyard. That's true. Cats also are more likely to just randomly be given to you by the cat distribution system. I hear the dog distribution system is not as giving. it's less likely to happen. Independent? Usually, yes. But have you seen the cats that are super clingy? Those are so funny / cute. Yeah, Ella was super clingy. She was a very clingy cat, I will say. She loved to be on me all the time. She'd crawl on me during work. Whenever I was lying on the couch, she'd always either be lying on top of me or right next to me. Like, girl was glued to my hip. Pet distribution system has provided us with 3, maybe 4 cats. Dog distribution only, maybe 2 or 3. Yep. Not the same odds. Oh, I had a cat nicknamed Cat Dog. He would beg for food like a dog, and even caught him drinking from the toilet. He would fetch things as his kills to bring him be praised. This cat ever— oh my gosh. That's so cute. I love hearing stuff like that. Have some more chores to do, so I'll head out. Have a great weekend and rest of the stream. Thank you, Aria. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I might need to wrap up soon too, honestly. Bummer. I've been sleeping a long time. And I'm not feeling super good. Fun. Get soup meds and go lay down. Yeah, I probably need to do that, honestly. Alrighty guys. I guess we'll end there for today. I enjoyed getting to hang out with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. Sorry I'm not feeling the best. It sucks because it's like, I'm not sick enough that I'm like, I feel like, oh, I need to sleep and rest. Like, I'm not sick enough that it like, I feel like super sick, but I'm sick enough that it's like working and doing stuff is like more draining than usual, and where like when I'm talking for long periods of time I can feel it. Like I can feel some of the symptoms, but it's not bad enough to feel like, oh, I should rest. It's not fun. Alrighty, I guess we'll reluctantly end stream. Thanks for hanging out with me though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I couldn't talk as much as I would have liked to. Struggling to talk today. Hopefully we can stream tomorrow and I'll be feeling a little bit better, but we'll see. It'll depend on how me and Zio are feeling. But I'll let you guys know. I'll check. See, they're streaming. Otherwise we might just end without raiding. Sometimes I'm too lazy to raid. My screens keep flickering. I think I need to turn her off. It's super glitchy. I'm scared. My screens keep flickering. I don't know why. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I love you all so much. If it works, there we go. Yay! Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys had fun. Oh, we might be live tomorrow. Woo. And me and Zio are feeling up to it. Otherwise, I'll post the schedule probably tomorrow or Monday, and we'll most likely be live Wednesday of next week at least. But I will let you guys know. Keep up with the Discord if you want to know what's going on. Keep up with the schedules. Sorry, I was kind of low energy today. But I'll see you guys later. Alright. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Take care of yourselves, okay? Don't get sick. Bye-bye.